everyone, welcome back to my channel. So finally I'm back with another exciting book review because I haven't been doing any book review in my channel since a really long time. So finally I am doing one. So this one is the book review of this very famous hyped book, that is The Girl on the Train by Paula Hawkins. And oh my god, this is seriously one completely like mind-boggling, completely like blown me away. The style of writing, the style of portraying each and every character, the plot, the drama, I mean everything was like all there, like all of it were just there in one book. And I'll tell you, this is what, around 400 pages around, but this is like a complete like gem in itself. So basically there are 5 protagonists all in all, or I would say 5 main characters, that is Rachel, Anna, Tom, Megan, and Megan's husband, whose name I don't remember. Okay, so these 5 are the main characters, with Rachel being the main protagonist of the story. So the story starts with Rachel traveling on a train and very nicely staring at the scenery which is passing by. So her character has been portrayed in a way which is a bit confusing. Like, she's a girl who initially has no job, she's totally broke, she is a bit depressed because she got divorced with her husband, whose name was Tom, who was happily married to this another lady called Anna, and they were even having a baby together whose name was Evie. So this girl, that is Rachel, was very much depressed and she lost her job, but she was staying with another flatmate, and just to make sure that her flatmate doesn't get to know that she is jobless, she would just take this train every day and then come back again, so it's like a round trip journey, and she would be staying outside, roaming around in the streets till the duration of the office hour, so that her flatmate would think that she's going for the job every day. So initially you would be very much confused. So while I was reading this book, I was like, is this girl alive? Is she a ghost? Like, what is happening? She's just traveling, she's going by a train to a certain place, she's roaming there, again coming back, like what is this going on? And while traveling in the train, she would look at all the houses and even the people in the houses, and she literally lived in those areas once before, like with her husband Tom. So she was very much depressed by seeing those, and all of it is there. And all of a sudden this Megan comes with another and her husband's story comes. So the thing is, here Rachel is just a onlooker, so she's just seeing Megan and her husband sitting in their terrace and having a good time from a train. So she has this make-believe image of Megan and her husband being the perfect couple, but later on when she actually gets the chance to be a part of their life, that is when she realizes that the reality is completely different. So from the train she visualizes this particular couple who seems like perfectly happy, sitting on the terrace and having coffee or gossiping with each other. But all of a sudden one day this girl Megan is lost. She just completely disappears and nobody was able to find her. All the police investigations were going on and everything, and here Rachel comes into play, and that is how Rachel's character has been completely like portrayed, evolved on everything. So that is how she got the chance to be a part of their life, and that is how she got to know that their story was not really that happy-go-lucky or a very happy couple, but there was a lot of things which were going on. But the real twist came when the killer was finally revealed. So because a lot of speculations were going on, people were doubting Megan's husband. Then Megan also had few extramarital affairs, or affairs even before marriage. Then there was a very grim story associated with Megan's life, which was a bit sad one. So I won't be revealing that one because that is one major part of the book. So I want you all to go and find it in the book. So Megan was also in a way depressed because she had a very big major life story and before her marriage, and while in the marriage she had an extramarital affair with a therapist, and so a lot of doubts and speculations were going on regarding the murderer. It could be her husband, it could be that doctor, it could be her maybe her ex-boyfriend or anybody. But finally, when the killer's or the murderer's name was revealed, it totally shook me away. I don't know if I should be revealing the name of the murderer here. I don't want to be like such a spoiler right here, but seriously, I can guarantee that the murderer is neither the doctor nor the husband nor Rachel, and definitely not Tom's wife Anna, because obviously she was not having anything to do with her much. And also another link was there. This Megan was the babysitter for Tom's and Anna's daughter Evie. So all these characters were linked, and the way they have been linked and the way they were portrayed and knitted together was totally breathtaking and mind-blowing. I mean, one moment it's Rachel, another moment it's Megan, and then Tom and Anna, Evie, everyone. And also about Tom, I would like to say one thing. Throughout the novel, he has been portrayed as someone who is very patient, calm, loving husband. But still you will get this question that if he is so good, then what made him leave Rachel in the first place and get divorced and have another baby with another woman, marry her and everything. So that also you will get to know when you're reading the book. But the ending was totally breathtaking. Like seriously, I so much am dying to reveal the name of the murderer here, but no, this book is totally worth the read. It is like 400, a bit around 400 or a bit more than that, and you totally need to read this to know how much exciting and how much interesting it is. And yeah, it is also like no doubt it is like the global bestseller already. Paula Hawkins has written, this one is her first book, and after that she has also written another book that is Into the Water, and that is also available online in almost all the major channels. So I'm dying to read her second book, that is Into the Water. But for that, first you all please finish this book because it is amazing. So that's all. I hope you all like this particular review of mine, and if you all like this particular video, then do like, share, subscribe. But also before that, if you all have already read this, then do let me know your reviews and how you all liked it or not, if you all did not like it, or if you all felt it was boring, because truly at certain places it was a bit long dragged. I felt like too much dragging was happening which was not needed, but I felt for building up the characters, for building up the entire plot, maybe that was needed. So I would rate it as 4.5 out of 5. Yeah, come on, it was really good. That's all. Bye, see you all the next time. Till then, stay happy, stay blessed, keep reading, keep writing, just be happy. That's all. Bye.